what's up? We're at Jerry Yang Racing and I can finally take delivery of my RX7. Unfortunately, last year, the diff, the subframe, the axles, and the drive shaft all got toast after putting in a new clutch and then just taking it out for a couple of practice runs, and then unfortunately had some pretty big issues with that. So anyway, in addition to all of that, we ended up also replacing the dog box. So now there is a G-force in there instead of a Hightower / Jericho. Unfortunately, Jericho went out of business and we couldn't really find the parts necessary to rebuild the gears, so ended up having to go with a whole new one. As you can see, here's the new drive shaft, and this is the diff we went with. It's a 488, and there's a kit that you can buy that allows you to weld in these brackets and then install this differential into the RX7 subframe, and it also comes with axles. And so we did that because there weren't very many options. It was either go with another RX7 diff, which would have probably ended up with the same results of really destroying everything back there if it broke again. And the other option, which was a quick change, would require us to do a fuel cell, and that would be a ton of work. And for this car, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense because we're only making 385 horsepower to the wheels. So we ended up going with this option, and I definitely wish I had some adjustability in the gears, but this should do the trick, and hopefully we won't have any more issues with subframes or differentials or floors getting eaten up. As you can see, this is what happened with the old diff. And there's some of the dents that it left when it exited the stage right or whatever, and tore up the bumper a little bit, but you know, it happens, and we are back and ready to take on Grid Life and the Gambler and a host of other events this year. And the biggest change though for this car is that it got upgraded to Haltech instead of the old ECU, and full standalone PDM, clean up the wiring. Like, this thing is really, really nice now. So I'm gonna show you what Haltech supplied us and why we chose to go this route versus the old computer. So we ended up going with their Rebel LS product, which is their ECU plus their wiring harness for the LS engines all in one package. That's super affordable as well. So for 1,500 bucks, you get both of those things. And then we also combined it with their IC10 dash as well as their PDM to get the car fully situated for this season. So as you can see, there is the dash. We also replaced some of the old RX7 bits with carbon fiber, which looks super cool. This CAN keypad that allows us to start the car, and then the ECU and the PDM are underneath. And anyway, it gives us a really clean package and we won't have any reliability issues. So huge shout out to Jojo for stepping in and tuning the car. He also tunes my 86. So the overall theme for this year's upgrades in the RX-7 was definitely reliability focused. We made some changes to the drivetrain, but then the ECU was really looking for more reliability as well as drivability. So I would say that's the biggest difference, having driven, you know, piggyback setups and then other full standalone setups as well, is that you can really fine tune how well the car drives and is actually able to use the full amount of power at each interval between low end, mid range, and the high end as well. Having the Rebel LS here in the car is now going to make this car drive even better. And I think it's really going to help us unlock some more out of what we already have in terms of engine setup and all of that. Just to close out, just really excited to get back in the RX-7 this year, as well as obviously the other car, but this one is super fun and it's been a long time since I've driven it. So I hope to see you at an event near you.